Well folks, hello again, and as you will see, I'm just leaving the loch at the moment. You may actually recognise the area that I'm in because I've been here twice before. I'm at Loch Turret, which is just outside of Creiff, about an hour's drive to get here from the house. And yeah, I've got a lot to talk about, but I'm going to save it for when I get in the tent. And I'll tell you why I've came back here. There's a lot of reasons actually, but like I said, I'll save that for when I get in the tent. I'm heading up a small hill. It's about 500 to 600 metres high. Should only take me about an hour and a half, maybe even less than that from the car. And yeah, it should offer me some pretty good views over the loch, which is behind the camera. Behind me is actually looking back down to Creiff. It's a beautiful view, that. And yeah, pretty much countryside that side, and then all the mountains, yeah, behind the camera. Not bad, not a bad place to start the hike, and perfect weather because the sun's behind the clouds, so it's keeping me nice and cool. There's actually no wind at the moment, but because it's November, it's still fairly cool anyway. But yeah, I'm going to go up to the top of this hill now, and I'll catch you up there when I'm getting the tent up somewhere, or when I get to the cairn. Well, there we have it folks, this is the summit. I didn't even think I'd been on the go for an hour. I'm just about to check the time for you all. Let's see. Nah, I've not even been on the go an hour. I think I left the car at about 10 past 12, but it's now bang on 1 o'clock, which is handy for me. Got about 3.5 hours until sunset, or 3.5 hours of good daylight anyway. So plenty of time to just chill out. I can see Ben Hornsey as well, and I've got a good view over the loch and a good view back down to where my car's parked, and a really good view of the countryside as well. It is not a bad viewpoint up here. What I'll do is I'll do a wee 360 of the area over the top of this clip, and now just so you can see the area, and then that will let me focus on finding somewhere to pitch the tent next to this cairn or somewhere. Plenty of ground up here, but you know, well, Monty will definitely know what I'm like when it comes to flat ground. I need it like a bowling green. Need to find somewhere. So finally I've managed to get the tent up near the summit cairn. Don't know if you can see it in the background there, but yeah, we're not too far from the summit of course. We're 520 metres up, and yeah, the tent's up just in time because I've got a wee bit of rain coming, so I'm just going to see if it gets any heavier. If it does, I'm straight in the tent. But yeah, I'll quickly go over why I'm here, why I've not went anywhere else, why I'm back at Loch Turret. So the first reason is, it's only an hour away from the house. And the weather forecast tonight, over the next 3 days as well, is for quite high winds. 520 metres up, I'm still going to get the wind, but on the summits of like Ben McDouey, we're looking at about 90 miles per hour. Ben Hornsey, the Monroe, tomorrow is looking at 80 miles per hour. Tonight, Ben Hornsey's to get 50 miles per hour winds. So I just thought, you know what, I'll come up tonight because the wind's to be stronger tomorrow, and then tomorrow I'll camp somewhere down the loch again, so that kind of spoils my next video. But yeah, that's a couple of reasons I suppose, or a few reasons. Don't see the point in travelling further north to sit in the cloud and the piss and rain and the wind when I can come back to another location like this, which I'm not too far from. I've been here before, so I've seen the views. My last trip here was Auckland Hill back in February, which is the other side of the loch, and the weather was absolutely spot on that trip. No wind, quite cold, but yeah, stayed clear the whole night and the views were magnificent. Coming up here as well has given me the opportunity to see down to where I should be camping tomorrow, hopefully as well. So it lets me see if the loch's overflowing. I don't need to move the car tomorrow as well, so there's a lot of reasons actually. The car can stay where it is. I just need to go back to the car, get some firewood, the fire pit and some food for tomorrow and juice. But yeah, I can see actually where I'm camping tomorrow, and thankfully there's plenty of grass and it's not too far from the water as well. So yeah, the water's not overflowing as much as I thought it would be. So yeah, not bad at all, I would say. Now what I will say to you all is, if you ever decide to come up here, yeah, the pegging ground's not very good. It's an extremely rocky hill up here under the grass. It caught me by surprise. I thought the pegging ground would be pretty decent up here. It's quite rocky actually coming up. Sometimes that can be a sign that it could be quite rocky at the summit, for the pegging. Thankfully I did eventually get somewhere, to peg a tent down. And the pegging ground's not too bad here. It is quite long grass, but I've managed to get flat ground as well. And you'll see, just turn you around, I've put some rocks over the guy line points. So yeah, looking at the wind speed tonight, the forecast and whatnot, and the wind direction, I've tried to pitch the tent up with the vestibule end facing where the wind should be coming from, which explains why the rocks are also covering the pegs there. So that's where the tent should get hit. So yeah, I've tried to prepare myself the best I can for any wind that might come tonight. We'll just need to see what happens now. But I can't fault my preparation. I've managed to get the tent up very secure. And yeah, I'm reasonably flat, even ground, because I'm obviously going to be in there once it's dark. However, I love watching town lights light up, and with a view like this over Creiff, I'll get a really good view of that lit up. So I might stay at the cairn as long as it doesn't get too windy, wet and cold. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but the lights are starting to come on over Creiff now. So I'll probably catch you in the tent when it finally gets dark. So as promised, I would catch you in the tent when it got dark, and that's exactly the case. Check the time for you. 10 to 5, rounding it up there, 48. So yeah, I think what we're going to do is just chill out in here for half an hour. I'm going to do that anyway. And the next time you see me, I'll be making my dinner in the vestibule probably. That kind of breaks up a wee bit. Probably do that for about 5:30, 5:45. That'll probably take me half an hour. I've got a new meal to try. So yeah, you'll see the trekker chair. Might actually sit up a wee bit more straight when I'm done. It makes a huge difference to the nights, by the way. But what I will say is it definitely helps with uneven ground, I wouldn't say the ground's the most even. I've definitely had flatter, and this seat makes it seem like I'm on pretty flat ground at the moment. So we'll see. I might use it for tonight for the sleep as well. Just kind of bring it back a wee bit slightly, but enough to try and make the ground a wee bit more level for me. Or I'll just stick stuff under the mat. I've got two options anyway. But yeah, I'll catch you when I get in the vestibule. I'm going to relax now. Watch a bit of YouTube for half an hour. Alright, so here we go, in the vestibule. Just staying out this wind chill, eh? Can you see that alright, folks? Mind you, can't really answer that question, can you? I'll not hear you. But yeah, barbecue pulled pork fire pot. I've tried one fire pot meal, and to be honest with you, I wasn't very impressed with it. So yeah, we'll see if I'm impressed with this. I do like barbecue and I do like pulled pork, so yeah, we'll see. Gonna have it in the Jetboil again. Tomorrow's dinner, we'll see how that goes as well. I've actually got 4 meals here, so I've got plenty of food. That's another thing. I need to actually find my bottle of water. But there it is. There we go. Plenty of water. Can have a few of these meals, eh? So yeah, I'll get the stove lit up, get some water boiled, and then just pour it inside that packet, and that's really all I need to do. So pretty simple. I'll let you know if I like it. Seem to get plenty in the pack anyway. I think that's the Jetboil ready, folks. said to add 300 ml of water, and that's what I've put in the Jetboil, so just pour it straight in and see what we've got here. Right, okay, sorry if I'm blinding you with the head torch again, need to see what I'm doing, eh? Just pour all this in. Right, I've left a wee bit, I'm going to give it a wee quick stir. Me being unprepared, I didn't bring a fork out of the bag, did I? There we go. This looks not bad, by the way. Not bad at all. Let's pour the rest of that in. Right. Just so we'll see how it goes, eh? I'm giving it a good stir. I have to leave it for 15 minutes. I'll check after 10 minutes. But if I feel like it's ready, I'll just eat it quicker. Alright, so while I wait on my meal sorting itself out for the next 10-15 minutes, I might as well tell you what happened just a couple of days ago. So I wasn't planning on coming out tonight as such, or on a hill anyway. The plan was to do 2 nights on the hills and then 2 nights low down or in or next to the car. Sometimes I go inside the car and just car camp, eh? So yeah, 4 nights away was the plan, 2 nights on the hill, and then when the wind was to pick up, right now it's quite calm, we'll see if it stays like that, but yeah, the wind's meant to pick up tonight as I mentioned, and tomorrow night. So the final 2 nights when the wind was quite bad, I was just going to, yeah, just can't blow down. But yeah, that never happened. So yeah, basically what happened is, on Sunday, I went for a Corbett called Ben McVoney, which I'll put on your screen right now, bottom left of your screen, the actual name of it, in case I've pronounced it wrong. But yeah, I went for this Corbett. It's just under 800 metres high, and the weather was to be pretty decent, so I was quite looking forward to getting up, eh? But yeah, there's 3 river crossings that I actually forgot about until I got to them. I was like, oh no, I was like, great, I forgot about these rivers. So I'll go over the first one without any issue, just. Didn't get to the third one because at the second river, yeah, I fell in it. Basically what happened is, the bit you usually cross it, yeah, unfortunately that was just covered in pure water. And yeah, the stones that you usually use to cross over, they were, well and truly covered in water and slippy. So I decided to go up long grass, you know, to try and get to another part of the river where it might have either narrowed or the rocks might have been above the water or drier at the very least, that I could get a bit of grip. Yeah, unfortunately that never happened, and I was actually filming a vlog at the time, so I was trying to do a separate camping video. I'll let you see it. I'll let you see the aftermath anyway. You'll see how wet my trousers were. Thankfully it was just one leg, but yeah, I had to cancel the trip because my boots were completely soaked and there was just no way of drying them out. So I came out with my other boots, and yeah, I'm going to have 2 windy nights. As you've already gathered, it's pretty calm now, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, while I wait on this heating up, I'll show you what happened on Sunday. Unbelievable, folks. How you all doing? This is the second time I have tried this Corbett, and the second time I've had to turn back. I'm not coming near this Corbett again. Honestly, look at this, man. Can you see it? Unbelievable, eh? Needless to say, the rivers are just mental, man. Absolutely mental. So I thought I would do a wee detour as you do, you know, try and find somewhere else to cross. And then I was just walking through grass like this. Just going to move my mic up a wee bit. Just walking through grass like this, harmless, looking for a space to cross. Grass like that, and yeah, you know what happened, eh? I was hiding a bloody hole, and yeah, and I went, eh? So I'm absolutely raging. It's only a couple of hours daylight, so I don't even have a plan B. But there's another river crossing, like just before you come out the woodland section, before you start climbing, and nah, I'm just not doing it anymore. So I'm heading back to the car after a failed hike up a mountain at the start of a 4-day trip, and I've only got one set of hiking boots. So I've no idea how I'm going to dry them out. Great start to the trip. At least I've got spare trousers and spare socks. And now I've got an hour back to the bloody car. And I need a car camp somewhere. Disaster. So yeah, that's what happened a couple of days ago, folks. Yeah. I was absolutely gutted at the time, like, considering I drove 85 miles to that spot just to fall in the river. And as I think I said in the clip as well, it's my second attempt and my second unsuccessful attempt. They always say third time lucky, don't they? So I'll need to have another go at it. But because of those river crossings that I forgot about, I'll not forget about them now, right enough. What I'll probably do is wait for a good dry spell of weather. Now that means waiting until next year before I finally do that Corbett. So I really want to do it now. Just hate that wooden bit. But yeah, that means waiting until next year, then I'll just wait. Anyway, I'll let you know what I think of this meal, because it's just about ready. Food review time. And I have to say, that is without doubt one of the worst camping meals I've ever had. And the other bad camping meal was also from Firepot. Very disappointed with the food that I've been getting from these guys so far. I've still got another flavour to taste, which is that curry one, which I'll try in a future camp, but tomorrow I'm going to have something different. So yeah, really disappointed, and for the price of them, like the price of dehydrated meals is, I'm going to say it's shocking, it's shambolic, you know. At least, like, I can't complain about the portion size, okay. Give me anything bigger than this, I'll struggle to eat it. But what I can complain about is the bland taste. You know, it really, at the end of the day, that was just a bag of rice that I was eating. You know, there wasn't much pulled pork, there was definitely no a barbecue taste. Like, if they never wrote barbecue in the front of that, then I wouldn't have even known what it was meant to taste like. So yeah, I'm very disappointed. And yeah, I'm just probably going to stick to cooking or making wayfarer meals. But yeah, quite disappointed with them. Just going to get out the tent for a wee bit. You'll see it's completely dark now outside here. Quite keen to my head torch on. No, I forgot to turn it on there. But yeah, I'm just keen to have a look at Creiff now that it's dark. A wee bit chilly though. Not too much wind as well. So I'm going to make the most of it. I'm actually quite happy if it stays like this tonight. Oh well, I'm back up at the summit here. I can finally turn this head torch off, so I'm not blinding you, even though my GoPro's light's blinding me. But yeah, back up here, trying to stand somewhere without falling and enjoying the views over Creiff, which you should probably pick up just about with the GoPro camera. The main thing is I can see it though. But yeah, I mean, it's the back of 8 now, and it's not too windy at all. It's the wind chill that's the hardest bit when you get outside the tent. -2 wind chill at the moment. But yeah, if the weather stays like this, I'll be quite happy. It means I'll get a decent sleep. Shouldn't be too interrupted. Yeah, we'll just need to see. It's quite unpredictable and changeable at the moment, the weather. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy the views over Creiff for about 10-15 minutes before going back in the tent. I'll probably just stay in the tent the rest of the night. But yeah, been up here a good 7 or 8 hours and it's been very quick so far, which is a sign of a good camp. Sometimes they can drag in the winter, especially when you're on your own. Alright folks, so that's pretty much the evening done. This has been a very calm evening. Very, very calm, nice, just a wind chill when you get outside the tent. But if it stays like this, that'll be perfect for getting to sleep, like. It'll be nice and quiet, quite pleasant. So yeah, I'm going to probably just call it a night for YouTube and catch you tomorrow. We'll see what it's like in terms of the weather. I'll see you then, unless something happens during the night. Midnight now, and yeah, as you'll see, there's a bit of movement on the tent now. So yeah. I'm just going to see how we get on the next hour. And then what I'll probably do is go outside the tent, make sure everything's fine. I can only assume this is only going to get worse now. Just going to quickly turn this head torch off. Yeah, I can only assume this is just going to get worse. But yeah, it's quite nice to see how the tent's coping from inside. Just going to turn the brightness up on the... There we go, just might see a wee bit better now. Just checking to see if I'm still in the low cloud, which I am. Look outside. Nice range stop. This might be a good opportunity. Well, good morning everyone. As you'll see, I'm packing away. Just about to put the waterproof jacket on and film the tent though before I go any further. I really only have the tent to take down. I had a head torch on, so I need to pack that in the backpack along with my vlogging light, so I just needed a wee bit of light there. But yeah, it's coming up to about, I'm just going to guess the time, 8 o'clock in the morning based on how light it is. So the plan is to no later be off this hill for 9. I mean, I'm kind of in two minds about the camp tonight. It's the rain that's putting me off after falling in the river on Sunday. I'm just not sure if I will bother about tonight. Just maybe worried about the loch overflowing. They're forecasting more rain today now, you know, so I probably will just go home. But yeah, I mean, I'm just a wee bit disappointed because I took the full week off to try and do a bit of everything, you know, Northern Lights, hiking, exploring different towns and villages, but when you're getting this sort of weather, you're actually better just going up a small hill like this and just sticking the tent up and just sitting inside the tent for the night. You know, that, at least you're not getting absolutely soaked, and as long as your tent gets you through the night, you're fine. And mine's has thankfully done that. It's one of the main reasons why I own Hillebergs. This one seems to pass the wind test. What I will say about this tent while I'm talking about Hilleberg is it's a lot quieter than the Soulo. It doesn't flap about as much as the Soulo, you know that? Seems to handle the gust a wee bit better. The inner's a lot more bearable, eh? So yeah, going forward, I think I can trust this tent more. It's getting that first windy camp out of the way in a new tent, which I've thankfully done. It's another reason why I came out tonight. But yeah, it's just going to be a wee bit hard packing this down in the wind. Well, this is the moment I've been dreading, folks. Oh. Nice shoes though. Actually quite warm. for now anyway. Ah well folks, I don't know if you'll see me, I don't know if the lens is blurry since I set the camera up, but yeah, that's the tent packed down, good to go. What I will say is, it's really hard taking those poles through the pole sleeves in the wind. The Hilleberg Soulo might be louder in the wind, but it's certainly easier to pack down in the wind. But yeah, I mean, it's just about being patient with a tent this size. I suppose it took me a good 20 minutes probably to take it down in the wind. The key is just trying to keep as many pegging points pegged down until you get the poles out, really, just to keep in control of the tent. It's very easy to just unpeg your tent and then it just lifts out the ground, eh? So yeah, just at least try and keep the four corners pegged out and a couple of the guy lines. That's what I done, and it done the trick. Like, yeah, that's the hard bit done. Just need to get down off the hill, which thankfully will shelter me from the wind as well. Just need to put this tent in the backpack now and the poles as well, and a few other things. And as always, while I remember to do it, you can actually see where the tent was, eh? The dry bit. Leave no trace. Well, still to pack things away. Just doing this while the camera's on anyway. And that's me heading off the hill now. I'll definitely come back up here again. You know that? Obviously I had my problems getting the tent up, but it's a fine view, got a good phone signal, plenty of ground to get plenty of tents up. Probably be quite hard if you brought, if me and Monty came up here, I brought that tent that I had last night and he brought his F10. Probably would be quite tough to get the two up here with the rocky ground, but yeah, I mean, worst case scenario is you can just drop off the hill somewhere else. You know, it's not the best ground here, but it's certainly flat enough to get a couple of tents down here. So yeah, my car is in sight already. Looks like I've got a camper van next to it, so at least I know the car's still there. Right, let's get back to the car. About half an hour should do it, because I'm heading down the hill. I'll probably just catch you down at the loch. We'll wrap it up. Well, I have to say folks, I'm really glad I'm off the hill now. There's not really a good path coming off there, but yeah, I mean, I'm just glad to be on the track, and we're only about 10 minutes from the car park now. Thought I'd end the video here with a nice view down the loch, well, to a point anyway, bit misty. But yeah, I mean, before I wrap it up, I'll give it an 8.2 out of 10. Put it in the very good category. It's the views down the loch, you know, it's actually pretty decent. The views back over Creiff as well are really nice too, so I would recommend it to most people watching this. Once you look past the rocky ground, it's actually not a bad area for camping. Maybe take a smaller tent. I was struggling to get the big tent up there, as I've mentioned, with the rocky ground. But yeah, it's time to wrap up the video. As always, I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, you know what to do. Click the like button to support the video, click the subscribe button to support the channel and future videos, and get involved in the comment section down below. And you know what, let me know what you think of this area, if you've been here, or if you're ever actually planning on coming here based on this video, because you know what, an hour's drive from Edinburgh and you're here. It's not bad at all. Right, thanks for watching, and until the next trip, take care.